I hope everyone's doing great. I thought I'd do a video since I'm here at the feast, and to my knowledge there's been a lot of reviews on this particular knife, but not on this one. And these are my two knives for bushcrafting, hunting, fishing, whatever, working in the woods. Also, I think they would be great for anyone who is going to enjoy the greater Exodus, and so that's why I brought them here during the feast to kind of show them to you guys. These are both Jeff White knives, and there's a lot online about them, particularly this one here. This is a Jeff White bush knife, and this is a Jeff White butcher knife, and I absolutely love them. I had the sheaths custom made by a friend of mine in the Ozarks, and they're dangler sheaths. This one right here has, as you can see, has the ferrocerium holder on if you want to do that, and then has a dangler setup. I'll probably zoom in and zoom out for you. And then I have leg straps, but I don't use them as leg straps. I use them as strops. I strap on these. But let me show you this knife. This thing is awesome. Where you can see it. This is a Jeff White bush knife, and I love the mill scale that's still left on there. This is just a standard grind, not the Scandinavian grind, but full tang, obviously 1/8 inch, 1095 high carbon, so you can strike your ferro rod. Obviously, you guys have seen this many a time, so I'm not going to spend time on it. You can shave your shavings off your wood, to start a fire, whatever. I've done that. I'm not going to baton it. I don't have to baton my knives where I'm at, because I live in the Ozarks and there's wood, little sticks everywhere. Unless I got into a wet weather situation, I wouldn't really have to baton. And then I've got a Grants vs. Brooks small 4 stacks that I use for that. But I love this knife. There's a lot said online about it, a lot of videos about it. It's got all the sexy lines, really cool looking. I love the primitive look of this one, primitive look that he has with his knives. They're 1790s, that age, as far as the style that he does. Somewhere in there is what I've come to understand. Tiger maple handles, of course, with 1 pin on this one. But anyway, a lot online about this knife. So let's move on to this one. This right here is my favorite knife. It is also a Jeff White knife, but it is a Jeff White butcher knife. Got it at the Pathfinder school. My buddies also made the sheath for it as well. No ferro holder on this one, but where this one has all, like I said, I call it the sexy look, crazy, a lot of cool looking lines to it and everything, real pointy. I love the arch on this one right here, kind of arcs over a little bit. But this one here is just a down and dirty, ugly, I call it a Southsider's knife. If you're a Southsider, you know what I'm talking about. But it's awesome. I love it, and it is a Jeff White butcher knife. And it's almost kind of a Kephart looking knife, but a little bit bigger, a little heavier, full tang, 1095, of course. Just beat up, gnarly looking. You can see all the mill scale in these. They kind of look like, let me scoot it up a little bit, hopefully that's focused there. But just beat up, rugged looking, and I love it, man. It is just kind of represents me, I guess. It's ugly looking. Not that I'm ugly. I'm a very handsome man, by the way. I'm just saying. It's just got a kind of a plain, almost like somebody fixed up and sharpened up a big butter knife or something. But it's a butcher knife. It's got the little swell on it right here where you can get underneath some skin, or underneath the skin, get the hide off. But just awesome. Really, really cool. Razor sharp for sure. And I would highly recommend this knife if you're a Jeff White knife guy. Some of the Pathfinder knives, you know about the Bush One, the Camp King, ones like that. Even the French trade knife is getting popular, but not very many butcher knives sold. And man, it is just so awesome. It's almost like, when you got it in your hand, it's just an extension of your thumb when you're carving on things. So really awesome knife. I think you ought to look at it. So all my friends in the bushcrafting community, as well as hunters, campers, backpackers, and those who are going to need a good knife like this in the greater Exodus, I would definitely, they come highly recommended. I'd go to the Pathfinder school. I've had really, really good customer service from Dave Canterbury and those guys. Everybody knows who Dave is. You can find these elsewhere also, but that's where I get mine. I have an account there, so it works out great. But Jeff White bush knife that everybody's seen. I'll show you it one more time. And I'm not going to give you the specs. They're online. You can look them up. They're on 100 other videos. But man, look at that. That is just so just rugged. It's tough looking knife, and it is a tough knife. So check it out. Alright, hope everyone enjoyed it. I'm not much of a reviewer or anything, but I was here at the camp, here at the feast, and I just, I got the video camera. I'm going to show these two because there may be some people coming on looking at other videos of the feast that we're going to put on, but we're going to have one of these when it's go time. You're going to have a full tang knife with a 90-degree spine on it, and be able to process some wood down so you can get a good fire in times to come. So enjoy.